Coleman's Carpool.
Hey!
I'm Coleman, this is Allison.
Hello!
We're in Tempe, Arizona. Just hanging out.
Yeah, going for a little ride.
Going for a joyride. Let's start with a little recap. You just kind of got back into the swing of things with competition. What did you think of your first meet back when all was said and done?
It was so fun. I love being able to race again. I know that personally for me, two aspects I love of the sport are the friends and the memories I have of it, and the racing aspect. Practice, sometimes that's not my favorite, but I love racing. I love the team and friends aspect of it.
Yeah. Speaking of friends, I heard you met my brother, Wyatt.
Yeah.
Isn't he the best?
He's awesome. I'm glad you just got that on video. He said the same thing as you said, that you're the best.
Oh.
I just didn't get it on video.
Well, thanks, Wyatt. So we have a commonality then, because our siblings are both like still very enmeshed with swimming, right? So
Yep.
your brother's an assistant coach,
Yeah.
right, with Bob?
Yeah.
And so how is it? Does he ever coach you?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's never like he's on deck, so he's coaching.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I never really see it that way as like he's one-on-one coaching, but yeah, he rates practices. He tells us what to do.
Uh-huh.
He helps with my stroke sometimes.
Okay.
But I don't find it weird. I mean, when you say it, it sounds like it would be kind of weird, but it's not really weird on the pool deck setting.
Yeah. I mean, I just know that I love that both me and my brother are like swimming geeks. We both are in swimming still, and so we're both we always have that commonality. We just talk about swimming all the time. Do you guys bond over swimming?
I feel like I don't really know that much about swimming. I mean, yeah, we talk about swimming. No, not really, actually. We talk more about like people in swimming. We don't really talk about swimming in general.
Okay.
But we definitely have like some inside jokes or people. We know the same people, so when we talk about it around family or friends, people are like, wait, who are these people you're talking about? But we know.
Is it nice just having your brother in the same city as you and like getting to see him every day?
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's definitely, we're like, what, 4 or 5 hour flight from our family, so it's nice to have a family member here.
Do you still live with Michael and Nicole?
Yeah. But can you see the car seat in the back?
I can. It's there.
My, just in case my best buddy wants to get in for a car ride.
Little ride along.
Yeah. How
is Beckett?
Beckett, yeah. Beckett, Boomer and Beckett. They're awesome. They're both awesome. And they're growing so fast. Like, I feel like Beckett was just born and he's already, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're already growing so fast.
You're sprouting into a little human.
Yeah. And oh my gosh, Boomer is such a character. He's awesome. He has so much spirit and liveliness to him.
Uh-huh.
There's never a dull moment.
That's hot. And how old are they now?
Boomer is almost 2.
Okay.
And Beckett is just over 2 months.
Do you have any pets? I guess they have.
They have pets.
That's awesome. You get to play with people's pets and people's babies, but like you have no responsibility with it.
I get like a pregame before I actually have to have those real responsibilities.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, it's great. People say they're thrown into parenthood. I feel like I get a little bit of a taste of it before I actually get thrown into it. So it's awesome to see that and have that experience.
You get like a solid descend.
Yes.
Before the threshold.
I didn't grow up with dogs. I mean, there were 5 kids. My parents within 5 years of each other, and so my parents said, "That's enough." So I didn't really grow up with us going to all these sports and everything. We didn't really have time to take care of a dog.
Yeah.
So I never grew up with dogs. So being able to grow up with dogs or have a dog now, well, be with a dog, it's really cool. I feel like I have a whole new love for them. I love Legend sleeps with me, and I absolutely love. I would have never let a dog in my bed. But him, I'm like, okay, of course.
Come on, buddy.
I'm like, touch, jump up.
When you weren't super serious, where'd you go?
Anywhere. I mean, everyone knows about the Schmeisel tour.
I want to cover that.
You want to cover that?
I've never gotten you to ask about it.
That was awesome.
Let's just start there.
So during camp in lead up to Olympics, we were like, let's travel. Why not? We don't have any responsibility. We can do whatever we want. We don't have to ask any coach if we can go. And so we just started looking at Pinterest and what we thought was cool.
The ultimate travel agent.
Yes. It was a great travel book. But I always wanted to. I remember laying in bed and at the Olympics telling Schmeisel, I want to ride an elephant. So we're like, Thailand, let's go to Thailand.
Okay.
And then Australia. Schmeisel loves surfing. I've never even had tried it until I went to Australia.
Okay.
So we went to Australia. So we went to Thailand and Australia. We went to 3 places in Thailand.
Okay.
And then we went to Australia for a week afterwards, or 10 days or something like that. But Thailand was quite an experience. We definitely saw like a culture change.
Yeah.
And it was really cool how we were able to see how others lived, and we were immersed in that culture. Like when we went to go see to the elephant sanctuary, we got to wash the elephants, feed the elephants. There are families that live there and kids that live there, so they came home from school, and we like played some, I don't know what the game was called, but it was like some like hard like looking. It was smaller than a soccer ball, but it was over a volleyball net, and you had to kick it over the net. I don't remember what it was called, but it was really cool. So we played with them. We weren't as skilled as them, but we still played with them.
Makes sense.
And then we ate dinner with them. It was really cool. But then we did bathe in the same water that the elephants bathe in and they poop in, and so
Does everyone do that?
They told us that the showers were broken. We don't know if like they just didn't have showers, but I mean we did it. We cleaned our face with water, and we were like, okay, if this is how you live, then this is how we're gonna live.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. We went to.
You didn't get sick during.
We didn't get sick during any of it. Yeah, we did. We planted rice.
Okay.
Never knew how hard planting rice was, and it takes 4 months for it to grow.
Oh my gosh.
So we definitely Snapchat it all, and we said, everyone better be thanking us in 4 months because we grew your rice.
So did you have like a tour guide during this, or just of like you just winged it?
This was all kind of last. We got our flights a week and a half before we left. And at first when we got them, we did like the round trips. Yeah. And we were like, no way, we're not going. This is too expensive. Yeah. But then when you do, we did a lot of research. I mean, it probably took us like 2.5 hours to actually book our flights. But when we did research to do the one-ways, it was so much cheaper. So we just got a bunch of one-ways, and it was so much cheaper. Yeah. Okay. So then we were like, perfect, we're going to do this.
Trips back on.
Yeah, it was that. We were like, we have to. We've been talking about this all month. What else? Oh, then Australia. Australia was so pretty. We stayed at Grant's house, and it was right on the water. So we would wake up, just go to the ocean all day, come back. One of the nights we met with a bunch of the swimmers that live on the Gold Coast and had a barbecue. So that was so much fun. Just
Bobby.
Yeah. Yeah, but I love how you already know the Australian lingo.
That's the only thing.
Oh, it was, in Schmeisel's words, epic. It's really awesome that we have so many friends all over the world, and through the sport of swimming. Yeah. And we can hang out with them, and I mean, it's awesome to see them like not on a pool deck, you know? Because you're so used to just seeing them on a pool deck and going,
hey.
Yep, right?
So you went to Thailand, you went to Australia, and then you came home?
Then we went to DC for the Team USA Awards.
Oh, okay.
So we hosted that. That was interesting.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was fun. Yeah, that was so much fun. I mean, anything. I feel like any adventure or event I do with Schmeisel, it's always interesting. We always have fun. I mean, you could put the two of us in like the middle of nowhere and we would find out how to have fun. And we would laugh extremely loud, and we wouldn't even know what we're laughing at half the time, but something would be funny.
So after that, do you see yourself as an on-camera personality?
I mean, actually, you want to know a funny story?
Absolutely.
So ever since I've been little, when I played soccer, my first season playing soccer, I was like a kid that was just picking dandelions or dandelions. Is that what the
dandelions?
Yeah, dandelions in the on the field. Not, I would be twirling. I would just not really ever be like playing the game. Until my dad brought the video camera on the last game because he wanted to prove to me that I played other sports. So when I'm older, I can be like, oh yeah, I tried soccer. I played soccer. And that game, I ended up all over the field, scoring goals, getting the ball, just doing everything. And my dad said to me after the game, he goes, Allison, like, what happened? Well, you decided to play today. And I looked at him and I said, you brought the camera. And so it's an ongoing joke. I mean, I played for soccer for another 7 years after that.
Oh wow.
But it's an ongoing joke. I mean, even at like some meets that my dad, before I would get out of the car, my dad would be like, Allison, I brought the camera today.
You went to DC. Did you go home then? Did you go other places?
I have no idea. I'm like trying to think of where all we went. We did a few clinics together.
Okay.
We got in trouble at Target.
What?
Because, okay, Target closes at 1:11.
We did a few clinics. We got in trouble at Target. We got in trouble.
We did. Okay, it wasn't even, we were just having fun. And, I mean, it's like, what, Target closes at 11 or something, and we had just got to this clinic. I think it was in West Virginia.
Okay.
At, I don't know, like 10 something at night, and we had to go to Target. And we were like, okay, let's go to Target. No one else is in Target, so we take the little carts, the motorized carts. So we're like, this is awesome. And of course we get stopped, and how we don't have anything wrong with us, and we have to go put the car. We're like, how do you know we don't have anything wrong? My legs hurt. I'm sore. Too much walking around.
I was showing kids how to kick all day.
Yeah, right?
Wait, why would they care at 10:45?
He was probably just jealous that we were having fun.
Oh.
He wanted to have fun with us, and he felt like he wasn't invited. But you know what? Anyone's invited to have fun with us. But we don't care who you are. We don't care if we know you. Just join the fun.
Grab one of the carts.
Yeah. I
feel like that's what we did in high school. Like on a Saturday night when we were bored, we'd just like go to a Walmart.
And we do it at 23 and 25 years old. So I guess you're saying we're always kids at heart.
Yeah, never. I'm saying it's never too old.
I'm not really sure where I am right now, by the way.
I couldn't tell you either.
I have a really bad sense of direction. But there is a mountain, so we just go towards the mountain.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, classes are going great. I love, there's some aspects of it that I'm like, okay, am I in the right profession? But for the most part, I love it. It's interesting to me. There's some of it that I don't want to work with, but I like learning that perspective and learning the different parts of social work. I know I want to go into counseling, and I kind of want to focus with athletes with depression or other mental illnesses, just because I know I can relate to that.
Yeah.
And I feel like, especially through I felt like this before I started studying, but especially through my studies, I feel like that's the best form of connecting with someone, and like the understanding each other I think is the best way to open up and get help. Oh, here's a train. Chugga chugga choo choo. If Boomer was in the car now, he'd be saying choo 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 choo.
Has he ever been on a train?
He goes to the train park.
There's a train park?
There's a train park, and he loves it.
What is, like, is
it's
that?
like by the house, and so
Okay.
every time we pass it, even
Uh-huh.
if we're going to like Target or the store,
Uh,
if he sees it, he sits in the back seat and gets so excited. He goes, choo choo! So you're like, okay, I have to stop.
Is it just a lot of like toy trains, or like is it like
Oh no, it's just
baby
like
size trains?
it's like this train that you sit on. You know those trains at the mall that you
Yeah.
like go around? It's kind of like that. But
Okay.
It's outside.
Nice.
Yeah, and then there's a park that you play in.
Oh, that's so cool. Through getting your master's so far, what have you had like a favorite experience or like maybe project that you've worked on?
Oh my goodness, there's been so many projects, so many eye-opening projects
Okay.
that have helped me why I pick social work is because it's the macro perspective. It's like the umbrella, and psychology's in it, and counseling's underneath it, and everything. So the macro perspective has been just a different perspective than I've ever been taught through school. Because I majored in psychology at Georgia. And so it's been a different perspective than I've ever really been taught. So that's been interesting. I've had to go to, I've attended AA meetings. I've had to get to meetings by public transportation. So the ways that it would take me 15 minutes max to get somewhere, I would have to get to the train, walk to the train, get on the train or the bus. And at one point it took me 2.5 hours to get somewhere. And it was just like knowing that this is how your client could be, this is what your client could be sacrificing to get to you.
Yeah.
And so that was awesome to see that different perspective.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I don't really like to take things for granted. I feel like I am a grateful person, but there's things that you don't realize. Like, when we went to the homeless shelter, I didn't do that for class, but I was wearing white shoes and we spilled coffee. And I was like, my white shoes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like, these people probably don't even have shoes. I'm like Snapchatting it, and I'm like, they probably don't have phones. They probably had no car. Like, they have no cars.
Uh-huh.
They don't even have a house. Like, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's just so, makes me feel so lucky to have those
Amenities.
yeah, amenities, yeah.
To
And
have white shoes.
Yeah, right? you kind of just think that it's normal and it's every day, and then you realize that there's a lot of people out there that don't have those amenities or those extra special utilities.
You kind of realize what extra is.
Yeah, for sure. I am grateful for what I do have.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm grateful. I'm in a very grateful spot right now, especially being able to come back to sport and know that I am able to come back to sport and luckily not have injuries that are making me stop, and I can do everything on my own terms. So
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that, and I don't know, I love life right now. I love living in Arizona. I love living with Michael, Nicole, Boomer, Beckett, Juno Legend.
The zoo.
A full house. There's never a dull moment ever.
Oh
So,
my gosh,
the new friends I've had at ASU, being so welcomed onto the swim team. I know that's probably not the easiest to have a 27-year-old join your college team, but they've been so welcoming ever since I've decided to swim with them.
Yeah.
And even when I was coming 3 times, 4 times a week, they'd say, "Are you coming tomorrow? Are you coming to this afternoon's practice?" And I'm like, "No, I've already hit my threshold of 3." They're like, "Oh," and I was like, "Okay, wait, you want me to come back? Like, this is cool. You want me to actually swim with you? Like, awesome. Okay, I'll come back." Don't twist my arm too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great to have that support. Make me tear up.
Okay, we managed to find our way back.
It's a happy tear though, right?
Yeah. That's just so amazing to hear.
Yeah, and my dad was able to come watch me in Mesa, so that was awesome. My mom is recovering currently from breast cancer, so she just had surgery Everything happened so fast, but I'm very lucky and grateful that she is recovering, and she seems to be recovering well according to the doctors. So I'm very happy for that. I keep her in my prayers, but I know she'll come back. She's a very strong woman, so I know she'll come back strong. And my sisters, they come down and visit sometimes. I go home and visit, so
so much to be grateful for.
Yeah,
it sounds like life's going pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my gosh, that's okay. Let's just end that on a happy note. we found our way back to the pool.
Yes, we did. Luckily, I smelt the chlorine.
Who needs any other tracking skill?
Chlorine and food.
Yeah.
Food for sure, number one.
Number one. Chlorine number two. All right, perfect. That's a wrap.